Josh, good win tonight. Talk me through it from your perspective, I suppose.
Yeah, to keep it simple, first half really good, second half not our best. We talked about at halftime coming out and keeping the same energy, the same fire. I thought the guys did exactly what they needed to do to win the game. We knew Cairns would come out and play with great energy, and they did that. And then they credit to Cairns, they played a whole 40 minutes, and I can't say we played an entire 40 minutes. Not to the level that we need to be the team we want to be, but nonetheless, we did our job. We got the win, and we'll work on some things next week.
Did you feel like it was a case of you guys maybe feeling like they put the game to bed already and then coming out sluggish, or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, it's credit to Cairns. They kept fighting, and I think it is human nature to let your foot off the gas sometimes in these situations. But again, it's not something that we want to. I think you're always working on your habits and being disciplined and concentrated and all those type things. And I just thought we let it slip a little bit in the second half collectively, the collective group. It wasn't just one individual player; it was the collective group. But that's something we'll get better at, I hope, as the year moves on.
You mentioned the strong first half, and obviously Angus led the way scoring-wise. I think he had 5 triples maybe in the first half. What's it like having a guy out there that can kind of catch fire, I suppose, from long range and do some big shots?
Yeah, no, it was great to have Glove back tonight. Obviously, when he was out, or when he was, he's a really good shooter. Gives us the firepower off the bench, or from the 3-point line. So it was good. He had it going. But again, it was his night tonight. It can be anybody's night on any given day. And luckily for us, he was feeling it. So it was good to see Glove get back out there and make some shots and kind of open the game up.
What do you make of Nathan's performance? 1 of 9 from deep, but the one he hit was timely. He also still managed to have a really positive impact elsewhere on the court. Can you just speak to his game?
Yeah, I thought Sobes was good, especially, we put him back in the game late, kind of settled us down and made some tough baskets. He made a really nice pass out to Wes Awandu for a big 3. But no, I mean, we got a lot of good players on our team, but, Sobes is our guy, and played well again tonight. He's our leader, he's our captain, and we follow his lead. So it was really good to see him have a good performance. It's not always about like, does he make the threes or not? Obviously, we want him to make all of his shots, but that's just not realistic.
Malik's had a couple of quiet games against the Taipans in particular. Do you put that down to the specific matchup, or just him in terms of being consistent?
Yeah, it could be. I haven't thought of it like that. Malik's been playing really well. We've had a lot of guys been playing really well. But he played solid defense tonight. He didn't really show up in the point section, but again, that'll come as long as he's out there on the floor. He's been shooting the ball really well. He's been getting to the rim. Again, there's other people's night tonight to kind of tick the scoreboard.
Brisbane on Thursday. How do you go about preparing for that game, given we don't know who's lining up for them?
Yeah, it's just like any game. A lot of times it's more about us in general. We'll get a chance to watch them play. I believe they play tomorrow or Sunday. They play Melbourne, so we'll get a chance to look at them. But again, it's more about how we approach each game, and they're going to play hard. They've had injuries throughout the whole season, so and they've managed to get timely wins, and we're up there at their place, and we'll be ready to go on Thursday night. Yeah, I mean, I just told the guys in the locker room, they probably get frustrated with me sometimes just because it's, I hold on to every play. Every play has a life of its own, every half, every quarter, and always want to be perfect. And I know it's never going to be perfect, but I just felt collectively the energy wasn't the same in the second half. The ball got a little bit sticky. We weren't moving it as much. I thought we did a really nice job tonight, Chris, of the last 2 games, I think we had 22 turnovers and 19 respectively. And then at halftime, we only had 1. We finished with 6. So we did a much better job of taking care of the ball. But yeah, it's a standard you set. And like I said, it's you're always working on something. You're always being evaluated. And our habits weren't the best in the second half. Nonetheless, I'm still proud of the way the guys showed up in the first half and did enough to get the win, for sure.
Because you're putting up some big scores, you've put over 100 points on the game tonight, there seems to be a lot of talk about you being a really offensively powered team. But I still kind of think of you as a defensive team where it's your defensive pressure that then leads to you being able to get stops and run on offense. How would you sum up your team and the style you're trying to play?
Interesting that you said that. From what I hear, not that I hear everything, but we don't have enough firepower on offense. But yeah, we're a defensive. Would like to be a defensive-minded team first, but there's 2 sides to the ball, and we want it just as much as we want to be good on defense. We want to be good on offense. We have a lot of weapons, especially when the ball's moving, and we're sharing it like we were in the first half. Again, I didn't think we did a bad job in the second half. It just got a little sticky. Yeah, we want to be a tough physical team that, again, focuses on the defensive side of the ball first, and then kind of lets the offense get going from there. And you know, there's been no coincidence that when we have our best defensive performances, we also have our best offensive performance. So the game is all connected, and we want to strive for perfection on both sides of the ball.
And just lastly, would you expect Hunter to be back for next week? And if he is, it would be the first time we've actually been at full strength with this roster, probably at all this season.
Yeah, it's day by day. You know how the concussion protocol works. He got hit last Saturday. He'll continue to be evaluated by our medical staff, our medical team, and we'll go from there. But you know, we're not immune to injuries and guys being out. Everybody across the league is going through it, and that's just once the league starts. That's just the nature of the season. So. Hopefully we get him back, but I'm not sure. I think it's day to day, and we'll see. Hopefully we get Hunter back soon, though.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks, Chris.
Chris.
And just to Jai. Jai, you there?
Yeah, how you going? Joe from Mike, mate.
Good, Jai.
Good, thanks. Just going through one of your comments on Angus Glover, obviously you came away from 12 days after his ankle injury, and just the importance of him on your roster. He's coming in 24 points, 8. He's got 6 for 12 from 3, and going through the stats, throughout his career, he's scored 20+ points 5 times, and they've all been with you as a head coach. So, what do you think it is about with you as his head coach that you bring out of him? Because he looks super aggressive tonight.
I can't take any credit for it, Jai. I mean, Glove makes the shots. I think if you asked him, probably should have brought him up here so he could speak. It was great. It was great to have him back out there. I wasn't sure we were going to have him for this game, but he recovered quickly from the ankle injury. But yeah, Glove plays with a lot of confidence. I think his teammates do a good job of understanding when he's got the hot hand, of getting him the ball in the right spots, and then it's just all about following through on the things he works on every day. And yeah, we got a lot of good shooters on the team, and Glove is one of them. And yeah, just like his one of his performances he had, I think he had 7 or 8 threes. It's a lot of times for me as a coach, when the game is going on, I don't understand how good of a performance that is. But I'm sure when I go back and watch the film, I'll understand it a little bit better. But yeah, Glove is playing with a lot of confidence, and I'm happy he's on our team.
Just lastly, on Wes Awandu, I thought when he was quite shooting through the season, I thought he had one of his best games as a Phoenix tonight. He had a game high plus 13. Do you think there's opportunity for him, obviously, game by game basis, where he's got to build up his minutes and have an eye out against 12, 15, and 12 teams, but he's got to live into it?
Yeah, I think so, for sure. I mean, Wes has done a great job of just kind of coming in and accepting a role of where he just firepower off the bench. I think the FIBA break will be really good for him to really get to understand exactly where he can be even better. But yeah, Wes is a talented player. That's why we wanted him on our team. And as the season goes, he's definitely going to have a game where he hits 5, 6, 7 threes and scores, 20-plus points for sure. But Wes is a guy that can play on both sides of the ball. He's long, he's athletic. You can put him on and off the ball on defense, and very talented offensive player. That, again, another guy that we're happy is on our side.
Yes, sorry, mate, just one point quickly. In the first quarter, about 4 minutes left, you guys were shooting 1 for 9 from the lead. And there was a timeout, and after the timeout, you come out and you proceed to the second half, in the first half, to shoot 11 for 17. When you take speak to the team like that, you tell him just to keep shooting and be aggressive from the three, because obviously you're talented shooters. But starting from 1 for 9 can be a bit, overwhelming.
Yeah, it's just, just about the question with Sobes being 1 for 9 or somebody. You just got to shoot the next one. We got good shooters. We don't, believe it or not, I didn't know that stat till you just said it. Again, I'll be able to watch it back on film, but we just talk about making the right play, getting the ball to the open guy. There's going to be an open teammate, and then you shoot the ball and you be ready to shoot it with confidence to either make a play or for someone else or shoot the ball when you're open. But we don't necessarily talk about if we're missing or making. We just want to try to create quality shots. That's what we talk about. Create quality shots, and whether they fall or not, that you can't really control that.
Cool, thanks, Josh.
Thank you.